For over 35 years, the BMW M3 ruled the performance sedan world like an untouchable king. It was the benchmark standard, the car that every other sports sedan desperately tried to beat, but never quite could. German engineering, naturally aspirated inline-six sound, and driving dynamics so perfect they seemed crafted by the gods themselves. Then, in 2018, a silent, battery-powered sedan from a company that barely existed 15 years earlier walked into the ring and knocked the king off his throne. Not with a loud exhaust note or racing pedigree, but with pure, brutal, undeniable performance that left traditional automakers scrambling to catch up. The Tesla Model 3 Performance didn't just compete with the BMW M3, it obliterated it in almost every measurable way while costing less and requiring no gasoline. But here's what will blow your mind. This wasn't just about one car beating another. This was the moment the entire automotive industry realized that the electric revolution wasn't coming someday. It was already here. Today, we're diving deep into how a startup from Silicon Valley created a family sedan that could outrun German supercars, out-tech luxury flagships, and fundamentally change what we expect from performance cars forever. This is the story of how Tesla didn't just build a faster car, they rewrote the rules of what a performance sedan could be. But before we explore this automotive revolution, if you're fascinated by the cars that changed the game and the technology that's reshaping our roads, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of enthusiasts who appreciate both traditional performance and cutting-edge innovation. And if you've ever wondered how electric cars went from golf carts to M3 killers, show some love with that like button. It really helps us bring you more deep dives into automotive history. Before we talk about the revolution, let's understand what Tesla was up against. The BMW M3, introduced in 1986, had built an almost mythical reputation over 3 decades. This wasn't just another fast car, it was the definitive driver's car, the perfect blend of everyday usability and track day capability. The 2024 to 2025 BMW M3 lineup presents the pinnacle of German engineering evolution. The M3 now offers 3 distinct power levels. The base M3 produces 473 horsepower, the M3 Competition delivers 503 horsepower, and the M3 Competition xDrive with all-wheel drive generates 523 horsepower from its 3-liter twin turbocharged inline-six. The most powerful version can snap off a 2.8-second 0 to 60 mile/hour time. The M3's appeal went beyond raw numbers. The base M3 maintains its connection to driving purists with a manual transmission option, rear-wheel drive dynamics that rewards skilled drivers, and an exhaust note that still stirs souls. The pricing reflects its premium positioning, with the top-spec models commanding significantly higher prices than their electric competitors. Then, Tesla updated their weapon. The 2024 Model 3 Performance, with its Highland refresh, delivers a combined 510 horsepower from its all-wheel drive powertrain, starting at approximately $55,000, delivering specifications that make even the most expensive BMW look overpriced. But the real shock was the performance gap. All torque was available from 0 RPM, creating acceleration that felt more violent than any gas engine could deliver. While even the most powerful M3 had to build power through its rev range, the Tesla delivered maximum thrust the instant you pressed the accelerator. When automotive journalists started testing both cars head-to-head, the results were devastating for BMW. The updated Tesla Model 3 Performance wasn't just competitive with BMW's best, it was embarrassing cars costing significantly more. The performance gap has narrowed significantly, with BMW's most powerful M3 now actually achieving faster 0 to 60 times than the Tesla. However, the Tesla maintains advantages in an instant torque delivery, technology integration, and operating costs, while remaining substantially less expensive. But the Model 3 Performance's advantages went far beyond straight-line acceleration. Tesla had fundamentally reimagined what a performance car could offer in terms of technology and user experience. Autopilot, semi-autonomous driving capability that no BMW could match. Over-the-air updates. The car literally got faster and gained new features while parked in your garage. Track mode. Sophisticated torque vectoring and performance optimization that can be customized for different racetracks. Supercharger network. A nationwide fast-charging infrastructure that made long-distance travel practical. Mobile app control. Preconditioning, remote start, and vehicle monitoring from your smartphone. The track mode alone was revolutionary, enhanced with the Highland Refresh's sport-tuned suspension and adaptive dampers. It allowed drivers to adjust power distribution, stability control, and regenerative braking settings with the precision of a race car, but through an intuitive touchscreen interface. Traditional automotive journalists were skeptical about whether an electric car could provide the emotional engagement that made the M3 special. Then they drove the updated Model 3 Performance, and the conversation changed. The instant torque delivery created a completely different driving experience, while the M3 competition xDrive, with its 523 horsepower, required skill to launch properly and manage turbo lag. The Tesla delivered consistent, brutal acceleration regardless of driver skill. The electric powertrain's predictability made it easier to achieve consistent performance. The all-wheel drive system's ability to independently control front and rear motors created handling characteristics that impressed even die-hard BMW enthusiasts. The car could rotate in corners like a rear-wheel drive car, but with the traction security of all-wheel drive when needed. Perhaps the biggest philosophical challenge remained the lack of engine noise. The M3's exhaust symphony had been part of its appeal for decades, and critics argued that silent acceleration couldn't provide the same emotional experience. But something interesting happened when people actually drove the Model 3 Performance. Many discovered that the absence of engine noise allowed them to focus more intensely on the driving experience. They could hear tire noise, wind noise, and subtle chassis feedback that had been masked by engine sound in traditional cars. Tesla also introduced artificial sound enhancement through the stereo system, but most owners found they preferred the natural silence. The sensation of massive acceleration without corresponding noise created an almost surreal experience that felt more like piloting a spacecraft than driving a car. The Model 3 Performance's success sent shockwaves through the automotive industry. BMW responded by significantly increasing power in their latest M3 lineup, with the competition xDrive model receiving a 20 horsepower bump to 523 horsepower to better compete with electric rivals. Every major manufacturer accelerated electric performance car programs. Mercedes rushed out the AMG EQS, BMW developed the i4 M50, and Audi accelerated their e-tron GT program. But Tesla maintained crucial advantages in electric drivetrain expertise, charging infrastructure, and software integration that traditional manufacturers were still working to match. The ultimate test of any performance car is long-term ownership satisfaction, and this is where the Model 3 Performance truly revolutionized the segment. Owners reported several advantages that traditional performance cars couldn't match. Electricity costs roughly 1/4 the price of premium gasoline. Minimal maintenance requirements, no oil changes, spark plugs, or complex transmission services. Brake pads lasting 100,000 plus miles due to regenerative braking. Software updates adding new features and performance improvements. Silent operation for early morning departures. Preconditioning that starts the car at perfect temperature before you get in. No warm-up period required, even in extreme cold. Consistent performance regardless of weather conditions. Today, the Tesla Model 3 Performance is recognized as the car that forced the entire automotive industry to take electric performance seriously. While BMW has responded with increased power outputs in their latest M3 lineup, the fundamental shift toward electrification is now inevitable. The M3 remains a brilliant car with its own loyal following, offering manual transmission options for purists and the emotional appeal of internal combustion. However, it's no longer the undisputed performance leader, especially when considering value proposition. More importantly, the Model 3 Performance demonstrated that the future of performance cars would be electric, not just because regulations demanded it, but because electric powertrains could deliver compelling performance more efficiently. The Tesla Model 3 Performance didn't just challenge the BMW M3, it fundamentally redefined what we should expect from a performance sedan. While BMW has fought back with more powerful engines, achieving 2.8 seconds 0 to 60 times in their top spec models, the Tesla continues to offer superior value, technology, and operating costs. With 510 horsepower, sport-tuned suspension, and adaptive dampers, the Model 3 Performance represents a mature electric performance car that can satisfy both speed enthusiasts and technology lovers alike. It's proven that electric performance isn't a compromise, it's an evolution. The competition has intensified, with both cars now offering legitimate supercar-level acceleration, but the Tesla's combination of performance, technology, and value continues to represent the future of automotive performance, even as traditional manufacturers like BMW continue to push internal combustion engines to new heights. What do you think? Has BMW's response with their 523 horsepower M3 Competition X-Drive leveled the playing field? Or does the Tesla's technology and value proposition still make it the better choice? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the cars that are reshaping our automotive future.